Imagine growing up in a place where gunshots are more familiar than laughter. Not in a mansion, not in a quiet neighborhood, but in a small apartment in Compton, where the future is often decided before a kid even learns how to dream. Most don't make it out. Some disappear. Some break. But one kid chose to tell stories, not to escape reality, but to survive it. This is the story of Kendrick Lamar, how a kid from a small apartment turned fear into a voice, and that voice reached the world. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth grew up in Compton, California, a city shaped by violence, loss, and survival. His world wasn't big. The apartment was small. Opportunities were limited. Around him, kids weren't planning careers. They were learning how to stay alive. Kendrick was quiet. He watched more than he spoke. Every argument, every siren, every empty stare, he stored it all inside. Even then, he didn't know it yet, but his mind was already writing stories. In the middle of chaos, Kendrick found something untouchable: music. Hip-hop wasn't entertainment, it was truth. Lyrics spoke about the same streets, the same fear, the same pressure. And for the first time, he felt understood. So he started writing, not for fame, not for money, but to release everything he couldn't say out loud. Music became his shelter, a safe place where pain could turn into words. Writing didn't erase reality. Kendrick carried guilt, survivor's guilt. He watched friends fall, watched lives change overnight. At a young age, he learned something heavy. Your environment can shape you or destroy you. And if he didn't choose a different path, he could become just another statistic. That pressure didn't break him, it sharpened him. Under the name K. Kendrick began releasing music independently. No big stages, no spotlight, just small studios, cheap microphones, and a belief that his story mattered. He didn't copy anyone. He didn't pretend. He stayed honest. And that honesty felt different. Slowly, people started listening. As doors opened, Kendrick didn't forget where he came from. He carried Compton with him, not as an image, but as responsibility. Success didn't mean erasing the past. It meant telling it truthfully. He knew kids like him were watching, and he refused to sell them a lie. Album by album, Kendrick's voice grew louder, not because of noise, but meaning. He spoke about identity, pressure, trauma, self-worth, and the world listened. From a small apartment in Compton, his stories echoed across global stages without losing who he was. Kendrick Lamar became more than a successful artist. He became a voice. He proved that honesty has power, that success doesn't have to be empty, and that pain can become legacy. Awards came, recognition followed, but the story stayed intact. This story isn't about fame. It's about surviving with integrity. A kid from a small apartment who refused to be defined by his environment. He didn't erase his past. He turned it into strength. And maybe that's the lesson. Even from the smallest places, a voice can reach the world.